All right, folks, I'm speaking to ELOY Martin-FLORES, defensive tackle, defensive end for the Monarchs. ELOY, you was in on 3 tackles and a number of pressures and hurries. But besides all that, how do you feel in your mind, how do you feel you did from a performance standpoint and just in your own way affecting the game?
Overall, I was just working more technique this week. I came off of a little stumble last week, and I had a little bit of vengeance in my heart, but you know, I had to put it before the Lord, and He helped me get my my patience back.
Yes, sir.
After last week, it was pretty hard to get over it. You know, I had a little concussion that they called out from the trainer, so I couldn't really do much about that, but I was working on everything I could to get back, and it took a lot of time, but I had my 1 day in pads, and I got to play this week. But
come in.
It was just like, overall, my technique was good. My hustle was good. My motor was good. Everything was really good, but it was just like, it was just those moments where I would be disheartened by what was going on.
Eloy, let me see how I gotta put this. How good is it, and going to another subject, how good did it feel to see your family kin be down there supporting you and because I saw them cheering, the one with the white hair, that's your auntie. Your auntie, she was cheering and all that. Tell me how good it feels to have your family there.
Overall, I don't really just have family by blood. It's more so like family in general. You know, the people that came up while I was praying today.
Yes, sir.
There'll be a couple coaches, and it was our team manager. They all came up, and you know, I was just praying for a little peace after what happened today, and it was just like, you know, God gave me a couple of people to talk to me, and then after that, my aunt was calling my name, and she went up. And she gave me a little pep talk like usual, and and this time it was more motivating, and it was more like it was something to clear my mind off of what had happened before, and I just got back in the game.
3 more questions or statements for you. What do you think is the team is 2-6, and everybody know what time it is? 2 straight blowouts back to back, and you got LA Southwest next weekend. They're having a bad season too, and that game could go either way. You don't even know what could go down in that game. Yeah. Tell me about the temperature of this team, in your opinion.
If we were to put it in degrees, Celsius, I wouldn't say we're a cold team. We're a hot team. We look warm. We're not refreshing, and we're not warming. I'd say we're losing a lot of morale to the season. Politics between players gets in the way, and it's just a whole bunch of judgment that doesn't need to be had. That's the main down spiral of every issue.
Sure. Riley Brousseau kind of like showed today what he's capable of and what he can do when he got the right timing, the right what's the name, stuff like that. And then after that, his play kind of trailed off, and people were like, "Oh, okay, the old Riley is back." Do you feel like Riley has potential? Because I feel like he does. But what do you think is going on in his head?
Riley overall, he's a great guy. He just needs to listen to his body. I'd say that he does put his body on the risk. He puts his head on the risk a lot, and it's just like, you know, he's an overall great player. He has a good motor, but there's times where, like most of us, he'll take it to heart when there's not a play being made that could have been made. Like there is just not enough satisfaction behind it.
2 more questions or statements for you. I know in Jugo ball, the sophomores are supposed to have kind of expound leadership and expound ways to make sure the freshmen and everybody's in place and doing what they got to do, or to implore them to do better. What do you feel like a lot of people have been chirping a lot, and then I'm one of them, have been chirping about the lack of leadership on this from the sophomore class. And I know it's a small class, but regardless if it's a small class, the lack of leadership from the sophomore class is something else. Tell me, you being a player on this team, tell me what you feel about these sophomores and in their leadership or lack thereof.
Overall, just like I myself, I'm pretty tired. You know, it's just the way the season is going. It's not looking up. And after this game, the deal was kind of sealed. I don't know if we have 2 bowl games in our bracket, but overall, it just seems like how do I put this? It seems like we're just falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
And as a player, I'm just constantly trying. I constantly try, but from our sophomore leaders, you know, they tend to get in their heads a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't blame them because obviously it's their last year, and you know, if it was me and I put all my all into it,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be the same way. But it's a difference between mindsets for each and every one of them. But I don't blame them for how the game came out.
Okay. 2 more questions or statements for you. What is Eloy Martin-FLORES going to do in preparation mentally and physically for LA Southwest if you do play?
As of right now, it's a 50-50.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll be playing, and I don't know if I will be playing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like I want to. And it's not even because I enjoy football. It's just, you know, I want to be there for my team and show them that I'm going to do everything in my power to be around them. And if they don't accept it that much, then, you know, coaches will definitely look at it in the next level.
Yes, sir. And last question, a statement for you. When you go home after practices or go home after whistling, how do you attack your homework and how are you doing in your classes?
In my classes, I have 2 B's.
Cool.
And I want to get them to A's, but obviously it's a little bit hard because of what's on my mind about each game.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I'm working on doing my health class, getting my grade up because it's at like a D or just ungraded in general.
Mm-hmm.
And in all honesty, I have been slacking a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just because of where my mind's been at. But I'm in a better place right now. You know, I'm definitely more humble than I was before, and it's just God working in different ways.
All right, folks, that's an introspective, mature, and very smart Eloy Martin-FLORES. I'm glad I got a chance to meet him this year. I didn't know who he was, and he didn't know who I was before this year, but I'm glad you meet a lot of different people in your lifetime that you remember and a lot of people that you forget. And I never will forget Eloy. Even if he wasn't a football player, I think I'm pretty sure me and him would have got along. But thank you for everything you do, how hard you work for this team. I'll be seeing you in practices. You'll be running your butt off in the pads in the morning and whatever. And it's like the bare minimum for you to just be here and just show up mentally and physically. And I thank you for everything you do for the Monarchs.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you.
Sir.